Hey, what's up you guys? And in today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys a quick tutorial that's going to help you create the new YouTube layout banner. So, recently YouTube switched over every single YouTube channel to this layout right here. I don't really like it that much, but we're going to have to make do with it because YouTube is not going to be able to, we're not going to be able to switch it back to the previous layout that we had. So, we're going to have to create some new banners for it. So, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to create something very similar to the one I have here. I'll actually create one for you guys right now that's very similar to this again. But here's the template that you're going to need right here. It's not actually my template. It was uploaded by ZenX Gaming. He said we could use it as long as we give him credit, so his channel link will be down in the description, as well as the download to this actual file. So you're going to need Photoshop to use this. If you don't have Photoshop, you may be able to get this to work with GIMP, which is a free kind of photo editor, just very similar to Photoshop. But you could try with GIMP. I'm not really entirely sure if it's going to work, but you're probably going to need some basic Photoshop skills to do this anyways. But I'm going to quickly download this for you guys. And before you get mad at me that I have a Mac or whatever, because a lot of people don't like Macs, my computer's actually a Hackintosh. I built a desktop and installed Mac OS X on it, as well as Windows 8, so I can it's called dual boot. I can choose whichever one I want, so don't get mad at me. A lot of people tend to hate Macs, and I got like a ton of hate comments on the last Mac tutorial I did for you guys, so I'm just going to throw that out there. But now right back into this tutorial. So this is basically what it looks like once you download the actual template. Now, it's pretty straightforward. You guys can probably tell from just reading the text on here, but I'm going to go over it just quickly for you guys anyway. So this right here, the logo safe area, this is going to be visible on every single device. You're going to be able to see this on your phone, on a tablet, and on a desktop or a laptop. As well as a television if for whatever reason you're going to be watching YouTube on your television or on your Xbox or something like that. But this is basically where you're going to want to put the necessities. So your name, maybe a little information about your name or some contact information. As you guys can see right here, I've got my name, basically a little bit of information about my channel. I do commentaries, tutorials, and more things like that. Check out remembrance.com, which actually isn't functional at the moment, but I kind of put that up there so I wouldn't have to update it later. And then the network I'm partnered with, so you guys can do something very similar to that. You guys are probably going to want to make yours maybe a little bit more flashy than mine. Mine's pretty basic and simple in my opinion. I kind of like it to be simple. It looks a little bit more professional in my opinion, but for those of you guys who are kind of hardcore Call of Duty players, you might want to put in some Call of Duty guys. You might want to add your logo in here. I mean, it's got your channel logo right up here that you've uploaded to your channel, but you may want to add a few other things. I'm just going to go over the basics, basically adding text, doing some blending options onto the text, and probably adding in some photos if you guys would like to do so. So again, you don't really need to put things in here. You can do that if you'd really like. I mean, mine is just the actual the logo safe area, so you don't, and it looks fine in my opinion. So you don't really need to put anything in here. You could put extra logos or things like that in there if you really so please, but it's not really it's not necessary to do that. So I'm gonna quickly do this for you guys. So let me just hide all these little layers here. So I'm just gonna do a little bit of text and probably add just my logo in just to show you guys what it's like. So what I'm gonna do for text is just write my name out here, and I'm gonna do a little bit of blending options onto it. So first I'm going to actually enlarge this. I just clicked Command T or Control T for Windows users, and then hit Shift or hold Shift and then drag this out to enlarge it. The reason why you hold Shift is because it maintains the aspect ratio, so it's not going to look something like this or whatever. So make sure you guys do hold Shift when you actually enlarge or shrink your picture. So click that checkbox up here to accept the size, and then go over here to the layer that you just created. Go over here, right-click it, and click Blending Options. Now this is what I like to do for basically any text I use, whether it's a thumbnail or it's a banner or anything like that. What I like to do is go and add a gradient overlay, and I think this looks very cool in my opinion. I usually like to keep it somewhere around 20 to 30. I'll put it on 25 or 26 for you guys here. I like it in my opinion. It looks pretty cool. It kind of defines the text a little bit more and makes it stand out a little bit more, make it look a little bit more professional. So another thing I like to do is add a stroke. I like to keep the stroke at around 3. You guys can change the color of it if you like. If you guys aren't aware of what a stroke is, it's the actual outline of the text if you'd like to do that. In my opinion, it kind of defines the text a little bit more, but another thing that's kind of necessary to do in my opinion is add a drop shadow. Now don't add it like this, don't make it like that. That looks kind of weird in my opinion. I like to keep the distance very low, somewhere around 5 to 3, because that just kind of defines the text a little bit more in my opinion. Makes it look a little bit more professional. You guys can up the opacity if you'd like. I also like to do that. But that's basically all I do for the text. You guys can obviously do more things. You can experiment around with things like that. But yeah, that's what I'd like to do with the text. Now I'll add just a little bit of information, just like I did on my actual channel, or my actual banner. So I'm going to change the color here and go with this color right here, and just say commentaries, if I can spell it correctly, commentaries and more. So here we go, just accept that. And now here's a good trick. I'm actually going to resize this a little bit. Here's actually a nice trick that this will definitely save you guys a lot of time. If you do like the settings you kind of have on here, the blending options, what you can do is right click it and click copy layer style. Then you can go over here to the other text that you just created, right click it and click paste layer style. That will save you a lot of time. You may need to adjust it depending on what you're actually pasting it onto. So I'm just going to, I guess I'll just take the gradient down just a little bit, make it look a little bit different. But yeah, that's definitely a good tip. I definitely recommend you guys do that. It saves you a lot of time and it's more efficient to do, so I'd recommend doing that. Now if you guys would like to add in pictures, a lot of people make the mistake of doing file open. That actually opens it into a new tab thing over here. So what you're going to do is do file and then do place. You can choose basically anything for this tutorial. I'm just going to choose this as an example. You click place and then it's going to drop it down here. And again, if you want to resize this, make sure you're holding shift. Otherwise, you're going to get it to be a little bit messed up like that. So make sure you're holding shift or it will be pretty messed up. You can resize this. I mean, I could put this over here if I'd like, just so it would be visible just on the desktops. But this is all up to you guys. You guys can customize it just as you like. I'm just basically showing you guys what I would do if I were you guys. So this thing right here is the avatar area. Hold on one sec. This right here is the avatar area. This is going to be basically displayed on. So make sure you're aware of that and you don't go over that. So that's basically it, you guys. If you want to upload it, all you have to do is go over here to your channel, click this little pencil and click edit channel art. You can upload it here and then adjust it as you so please. That's basically it. That's all you need to do. Unfortunately, we're stuck with this new channel layout, so we're gonna have to make do and make these new banners. I like the old layout a lot better, but that's really all we can do. And if you guys want to get rid of these logos here, so it doesn't look like that on an actual TV or something, you click this thing brand here, or you could just delete these. And now that's basically it. You're finished. You can basically save this. I'll do this as an example for you guys. Save as, and then you can change it to blah blah blah. And then you can go over here and go into PNG. That is the highest quality picture. I think so. So it's better than JPEG. So save it as a PNG. Click OK, and you're basically done. All you got to do is upload it, and you can adjust it again. You can crop it and things like that. So I hope this tutorial helped you guys. If it did, I'd really appreciate a like and a comment on this video. If you're new to my channel, be sure to subscribe to it to stay up to date on awesome videos just like this. So hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.